bunduki yako ni ya kulinda maisha, sio ya kuchukua maisha.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's someone right now to speak troubling President William Ruto, it is Uhuru Kenyatta. It is Uhuru Kenyatta. If this is the direct student of President Moi, it is Uhuru Kenyatta. Because it taught him how to be a politician, and eventually Uhuru Kenyatta was very successful by becoming one of the youngest presidents in Africa, because by the time he was ascending to power, he was very young. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one man that is troubling President William Ruto. Why am I saying so? When Uhuru mentioned, jokingly, let me take it that way, that youths, piganieni nchi yenu, fight for your rights, come out, don't fear.
Some of you have not even touched 23 and you are lamenting. My friend, this is a call to action. Get up and start moving. This is your call to action now. So, like I say, you have the numbers, you have the time, and you have the energy to get involved and stay involved in governance discussions until you effect the change you want to see.
William Ruto sent his men, Faruq Bet, and many others, to attack Uhuru Kenyatta to an extent to threaten him that they are going to cut off the funds that are channeled to the former president. They went ahead to abuse him across, until Rigathi Gachagua came out to tell them, let them not to dare touch Uhuru Kenyatta again.
Lakini wacha nikuambie William Ruto, ukiendelea kutumia vijana kutukana Uhuru Kenyatta, next time utakuja Mulima, mimi nitatoa amri, hawa wananchi watakutukana wewe mwenyewe. Lazima sasa kuanzia leo nikinge na kumlinda ndugu yangu Uhuru Kenyatta. I want to tell you from the mountain. Yeah? Nataka nikwambie. I want to tell you William Ruto, hakuna vibaraka yako tena watatukana Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. You did enough damage to Uhuru Kenyatta. You misled all of us. We humiliated our son. We embarrassed our son. We cannot sit back and see you use your protege kumkosea heshima Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. Na mimi nikiwa kiongozi wa Mlima, ni jukumu langu kulinda watu ya Mlima, akiwemo Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ambaye ni kiongozi wetu.
And ever since that time, they all kept quiet. Kudos to Rigathi Gachagua. So why am I saying that Uhuru Kenyatta is troubling President William Ruto? What is this that is capable of, that William Ruto knows very well, that if this gentleman comes on board, he's going to destroy me? That is going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Feel free to express yourself to me in any way, critic, negatively or positively. My number is always here. If you want to talk to me, feel free to call and share with me on various topics to do with politics or anything that as well can be able to benefit the rest of the country. Let me dive into the topic today. Number one, these two people, Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, have worked together, where one was the presidential candidate, another one was the deputy. That is in 2013 and in 2017. William Ruto knows the capacity of Uhuru Kenyatta when it comes to political decision making, because the decision making of Uhuru Kenyatta identified William Ruto and eventually won their elections. Remember that Gideon Moi is a close friend of Uhuru Kenyatta, childhood friends, age mates. But he did not go for Gideon Moi in 2013. He chose William Ruto despite coming from the same tribe of with Gideon Moi. That was political genius being, let me just say that was a powerful political decision that was made at that time. So William Ruto knows that when it comes to decision making, Uhuru Kenyatta is a giraffe whom Moi left behind. He sees far. So, and William Ruto knows that the political game that Uhuru will play for them in 2027 with Raila combined, they're not able to match. That is why they're working very hard to ensure that Uhuru Kenyatta does not come to active politics. Number two, it is the financial ability. Being one of the richest people in Africa, and also being so much connected with other billionaires, being the former president of this Republic of Kenya, he can be able to source finance for any presidential candidate from the opposition side. And that money can be able to match William Ruto's money. Despite we know William Ruto will do more, But the fact is, Uhuru Kenyatta, if he decides, he can be able to get billions of money to fund campaigns across. That is a clear indication that William Ruto knows the only strength he has, it is finance. And if they get Uhuru Kenyatta on board, he'll be neutralized. So he has to ensure day and night that they have ensured Uhuru Kenyatta does not come out to talk about anything to do with politics. The question is, are they going to silence Uhuru Kenyatta forever? I'm not so sure. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look around, William Ruto is using the issue to do with empowerment programs across the country. These empowerment programs across the country, it is money they are giving. We don't know the budget, we don't know where they got the money from, but they are giving millions in every constituency. Kisi here, they have come not once, not twice, but thrice, I think, or more. Therefore, it is easy for William Ruto to use money and win the election. But if Uhuru Kenyatta comes on board with more money, then William Ruto will be thoroughly neutralized. Ladies and gentlemen, the other thing is the international connectivity. Uhuru can link whoever comes from the opposition to go and get some support from other bigwigs internationally. So if William Ruto is not careful, Uhuru Kenyatta will link them. That is why William Ruto is not sleeping. He keeps on dreaming Uhuru Kenyatta is still alive. Then he wakes up and jumps, asks probably who is next to him. Is it true? Wondering what is happening. Why? Because Uhuru Kenyatta exists. That is a gentleman whom we cannot underrate even as a country, because when it comes to the decision making in politics, he's so good. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have to state it categorically that the local connectivity of Uhuru Kenyatta is huge. If you look at all those big guys playing the current politics right now, most of them are new, are linked to Uhuru Kenyatta in one way or the other. Talk of George Natembea. He worked under Uhuru Kenyatta, and Uhuru Kenyatta trusted him a lot. Now you can see he's becoming the kingpin of Western Kenya. Talk of Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i. Worked under Uhuru Kenyatta. Now very close. Talk of Rigathi Gachagua. He worked with Uhuru Kenyatta as a PA. Ladies and gentlemen, talk of Balala from the coastal region. This gentleman worked with Uhuru Kenyatta as a cabinet secretary. Talk of Nelson Marwa from Kuria. They worked with Uhuru Kenyatta. Talk of Peter Munya. Was Uhuru Kenyatta's one of the trusted Uhuru Kenyatta's cabinet secretaries from Meru County. He worked with Justin J.B. Muturi for 2 terms while Justin Muturi was a speaker of the National Assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru Kenyatta has touched every part of this country. Every part of this country. Even Mudavadi himself is linked to Uhuru Kenyatta in one way or the other. Those people are not enemies. Talk of Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka is a very close friend of Uhuru Kenyatta. So there's no way you can exclude Uhuru Kenyatta in the current politics because he's linked by all of these people. For those who remember, even the Azimio coalition that was formed, Uhuru Kenyatta was at the center of it. Because Kalonzo Musyoka would not come on board, why not for Uhuru Kenyatta's chairmanship in that coalition? That is basically what I'm saying here. Uhuru Kenyatta is locally connected to every village of this country. If we start stressing, at least 1 or 2 people know Uhuru Kenyatta. They know how they can link until they reach him. So that is very critical. Being also a president who was there before, to get rid of his system it's not possible. That is why I'm saying here that Uhuru Kenyatta is known by President William Ruto that is well connected locally, both from the intelligence to the police to the NIS, all over. So therefore, Uhuru Kenyatta is not a person William Ruto can underrate in any day, at any point, because he knows what to do and when. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing I have to tell is this. The Mount Kenya factor. Uhuru Kenyatta directed the Mount Kenya people to vote against William Ruto in 2022. They defied his orders. But now, most of them are feeling like Uhuru Kenyatta was right. But however, to me, I feel that there was no choice. Raila and Ruto, at that time, William Ruto presented himself better. And Uhuru Kenyatta, being a liberal-minded guy, he did not push people to do beyond what they had thought. He left it to work, natural course. And eventually, people elected William Ruto, and now they feel the pinch of it. We all feel it, because William Ruto was elected across the country. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Mount Kenya factor that now believes in Uhuru Kenyatta as well can be able to change the dynamics of the votings in this country. If they decide they are voting for Matiang'i, if those people put their votes on Matiang'i's side, he becomes the president very early in the morning. If they decide it's Gachagua, if they decide it's Kalonzo Musyoka, they win very early in the morning. So the fact remains that the Mount Kenya factor it's so strong that William Ruto have to ensure that Uhuru Kenyatta does not come out to revive the monster within the Mount Kenya. So that is why there is a threat to President William Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, to just sum it up, I think I have to state it here categorically that Uhuru Kenyatta is also interested in the Kenyan politics. And whatever happens he must be part of it. Being a huge family that has been in politics before, producing 2 presidents, the Kenyan politics is their business. I don't know what is your take, but in the comment section, share with me on what you think about Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mukwa.